Hey guys, it's Selima with Selene Moon Goddess Tarot here with another pick a card reading. I hope all of you are doing well. I am feeling so today. I've had better days, to be honest with you, but I'm pushing through because you know what? Feelings they don't dictate your reality, right? They come and go like dust in the wind. I thought I'd do another pick a card reading here, deep dive into your situation, and of course, feelings and fantasy cards. I got, I think I have 3 decks I think I'll use. So I have 3 piles here. This first deck is called the Light and Dark Tarot. It's my newest. No, it's not my newest. Second newest. Second to my newest. And then we have here the Crow Tarot for pile 2. And for pile 3, I know I'm going to butcher this, and I know somebody probably in the comments knows how to pronounce that, but the Enchanted for Hasa? I don't know. I always want to say fox, and my eyes only look at the F, O, and the X for some reason. Anyway, it's a really beautiful deck. And the same author, MJ Cullinane, she also did, actually the Crow Tarot is her first deck that she's made. So yeah, all right, so the way this goes, if this is your first time here, welcome. You can pause the video right now and tap into your intuition and see what pile kind of calls to you. Pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. And I will put timestamps in the description box for you, and you can just go straight to your reading. Or you can listen to them all, whatever floats your boat. And I am open for personal readings. You can go to selenetarot.com, and I will also put that in the description box below. All right, so I am going to see you at your reading, you guys. All right. I was having problems with my computer. So, pile 1. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for coming by. Let's get a spot check and see what is going on in your situation with your person. Okay, let's check it out. This is a beautiful deck. I like this one. Going on with pile 1 and their person. Nope, that one went up and down. All right. Let's see, what do we got here? We got the Knight of Wands. The 4 of Wands. Ooh, you have love coming in? Someone loves you. Knight of Wands, that's some passionate energy coming towards you. That's what that is. For wanting to seek stability and seek a proper foundation with you. And I like how the wands are, well, my favorite color is red, so I love these cards. Are just beautiful. So we got some more. We got the 8 of Cups. Okay, so someone perhaps is walking away from something that no longer serves them. Walking away from maybe old patterns of how they used to go about relationships, how they used to go about communicating, how they used to go about, or even in general, how they looked at relationships in general. Because with cups, we're talking about emotion with cups. Oh, how cute. We have the Magician. All right, and then we have the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Coins. So again, you know, I always look at the 4 of Wands as also a card of stability, even though it is a card of, you know, usually, I don't know, some people call it the 1111 card, the soulmate card, the twin flame card. I say that because, you know, twin flames, that whole idea can be toxic if it shouldn't be used just like loosely, I guess is what I'm saying. But this connection looks like that your person is definitely wanting to transform themselves in order to make something happen with you. And it feels a little bit like fast, like maybe this was, I don't know, love at first sight. Maybe you guys connected really quickly and really understood each other well from the start. But let's clarify the Eight of Cups, because I want to know more about what your person is walking away from there. You might already know, but let's see. The Sun, walking toward the Sun. They're walking toward their Sun, walking toward you, walking toward this connection. Tell me about the Two of Coins. Why balance? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. So they're trying to steady themselves. I think they want to come to you with an offer or share this. I don't know if this has been shared or not, if this is something you guys have just talked about or it is coming around the corner. And they're trying to steady themselves. You know, the Eight of Swords tells me that there's a lot of stressing and thinking going on when it comes to this connection. And they really want to balance themselves before they come forward and spill the beans about how much they care about you. So let's get some more cards. It seems like it's really interesting because sometimes these cards come out and I'm like, we got to figure this out. But this is very clear to me. Very obvious that your person has a lot of passion for you, and maybe this is a newer connection and it was very clear to them that you're the person that they really want in their life. So we have the Four of Cups. So they've been sitting on these feelings for a little while. You know, the Four of Cups is a huge contrast to the Knight of Wands. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, they are head over heels for you. They've hidden their feelings for you. They have been hiding their feelings for you. And I like the energy of the Queen of Cups because it dampens or stabilizes the energy of the Knight of Wands. Because the Knight of Wands is like rambunctious, lust, type energy. Young, passionate, early love energy. And, if we're talking about the Four of Wands, you would want to have something more stabilizing, which the Sun definitely is stabilizing, for sure. I mean, really, the Sun is the best card you can get in tarot. So let's see. Let's get, since we already have clarification for that, let's see about the Magician. What do we need to work on to manifest here in this connection? So pile one, please. Pile one's person. Wow, the Ace of Swords. I love that. Wow. So, the Ace of Swords is kind of like your person has just decided that something has clicked for your oh my God. Why was I going to say you're patient? Oh my God. Ay, Dios mío. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I told you I was having an off day, so I wasn't fucking lying. Ay, Dios mío. But anyway, so, sorry, I did not mean to call your person a patient, but I'm a nurse, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I have nothing to connect that to, but other than I have work on the brain. But anyway, it's clear that your person has definitely had an epiphany around that if they want this, they're going to have to come and get it. They need to put more effort into this. To me, it feels like you've been waiting. Like you might be an empath yourself. You might have already known this. It's funny because the Ace of Swords is this woman and her arms are open like, hello, I'm right here, You're not telling me something I don't already know about this connection. You're not telling me new stuff here, buddy. Um, wow. Okay, so let's see if let's see if you have some advice other than he needs to hurry up, he or she. What advice do you have for pile one? What advice do you have for pile one about this connection, please? What advice do you have for pile one? The universe is like, I don't have advice. You already said it. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles. So as an advice card, this is saying, you know what? Just know that what is good for you is coming. And you're not going to feel want or need or lacking when this connection comes around. When it actually comes together. It's going to be grounded. It's going to be like your person has learned what they need to learn in order to be the gift that they need to be for you. And I'm sure that you have, if you're here in this reading and you have some, sense of spirituality and working to be your most authentic self and trying to be as honest and forthcoming as possible. And it's a challenge when people that you love maybe take this time out to learn about themselves, and they have to learn some hard lessons before a connection can start. Because sometimes if you start a connection prematurely, even if it is a soul connection, there's something that some people have called like a false start, where you meet and you have all this rambunctious, passionate energy here, and then something stops it. But it doesn't seem like anything has stopped it. It almost seems like there's been learning along the way. So this is probably your person taking this connection to the next level. So if you guys have been just talking in the talking phase, or in the phase of, the acknowledgement that there's attraction there and that there's, chemistry, but no real commitment, and I hate to use the word commitment because that kind of has negative connotations, I think, sometimes. But an agreement, let's call it an agreement, an agreement with your person that, okay, we're gonna work on this together, and we don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna see what happens. And some people, it reminds me of the Fool energy. Some people are, really for that, like spontaneous, and let's just see what happens. Let's go for it. And some people are like run in the other fucking direction. It doesn't feel like your person ran away from you. It feels like your person was immediately just knew there was some kind of soul connection here when they met you. And you are the Queen of Cups to them. And the Queen of Cups is a beautiful queen. She's kind, she's generous, she's empathetic. She really does her best to not like have harsh words when truths have to be spoken. Very giving and benevolent with her time and her energy and her willingness to be there for their people. Yeah. So let's get to some message cards. I didn't expect this to be so clear. But that's a good thing, like, I don't know. Sometimes these, readings can be complex, and it's like, or negative, like, oh man, somebody is running away from the connection, or, whatever. And it's nice to have a reading that is just like, you know what? This person absolutely is in love with you. And they're coming around the town here to tell you, and they're nervous. So when they do talk to you, yeah, that's something I definitely hear, is that you need to just remember they're nervous. They've worked on themselves enough to try to not be a complete nervous wreck when they talk to you about how they feel. So be kind. Be that Queen of Cups, So let's start with these cards. These are cards I made, so forgive my writing. Um, I have this pretty sloppy writing. But I'll read them out. I won't leave it all on you to read them, so. Messages for pile one's person. Messages for pile one from their person, please. I think I did a reading last week where all the cards were falling off the desk. Every single time I shuffled, I was so frustrated by it. I don't know. I think that reading also was one of those kind of complex, odd readings. Okay. So we have You Blow My Mind. Thank you for being patient with me. Aw, that's funny. Remember I blurted out patient? I'm thinking patient in the hospital sense, but maybe it's just you've been very patient with your person. Aw, life feels empty without you. So maybe you guys are not talking, or the epiphany there that they were feeling is that they need to start making time to make time with you, right? Part of taking it to another level, the connection. What turns you on? Let me make it right. What turns you on? That reminds me of the Knight of Wands energy. Let's see. Tell us more. Tell us more for pile one's person. What are they thinking? How do they feel? What are they thinking? Pile one. Okay. Nothing left here. Let's do some spicy cards. How about that? Schmexy cards. This is another deck I made a while ago. There's some romance, some spiciness. Okay. I hate the way my camera does that. Ugh, so annoying. Anyway, all right. Here we go. Got some feelings for pile one's person. Okay, we got kisses and cuddles. All right. Another one, can we cuddle? I wonder, guys, maybe you guys haven't been intimate yet. Oh, maybe you have. You'll know why I say that. Okay. Can I just hold you? See, this is the buttering up, and then bam, we got hit it deep. Coming out the gate hot. The Lovers. So I wrote this card like thinking of the lovers. They see you as their other half, balanced counterparts. Can I kiss your flower? Self-explanatory there. My right ear is ringing, if that means something to somebody. Harness. Now, I wrote that one because of those cool, you know how sometimes people wear, it's like a leather harness that you could put on top of a shirt, or, it looks like sometimes they look like holsters for guns or something. That's what I was thinking of, but it sounds like BDSM or something like that, but it's not. That's not what I was thinking. Maybe I should take that card out of there. I don't know. I feel like I always have to explain it. More thoughts and feelings, please, for pile one. All right, then we have Kiss Me and I have never met anyone like you. Yeah, you took them for a loop for sure. You were like not what they, I don't think they were expecting to have love again in their life if they've had, you know, past loves, or they've never felt so connected to one person like they feel with you, I think. Let's get some more messages. This will be the last round of some messages. Pile one. Messages from pile one's person. I want to man up and honor you. Okay. It's basically what the reading was about. Coming in hot with that Knight of Wands energy. I never meant to hurt you. So maybe there's some acknowledgement there too that kind of the elephant was in the room when you guys were around each other, and it just wasn't acknowledged. The passion wasn't acknowledged. The connection wasn't acknowledged. Maybe you tried to bring it up to them and they maybe made it seem like they didn't care, but they definitely do. They definitely do. If they're acting like they don't, that's not what their higher self says. their higher self is telling on them today, okay? Okay. I could lose myself in you. And lastly, is there a second chance? That's a good way to end the reading. Well, this was a beautiful reading, Pile 1. I love it. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Thank you for joining. Go ahead. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell if you enjoy the readings. And I will see you next time. Bye. All right, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what we got going on. You chose the Crow's Tarot. I love this deck. It is beautiful. If you like crows, for sure. I've always daydreamed about, like, I wish I could have a crow friend, you know? And I would never know about it until, you know, the pandemic hit and then social media fucking flew off the handles. And then you see these people like, hey, I have crows that visit my backyard all the time. I bring them shiny things and treats. Or is it the other way around? They like leave treats and then the crows bring them shiny things, which is so adorable. God. But they're really intelligent. I think ravens, I think they're the bigger of the two. Yeah, crows are smaller, ravens are huge. And they have like the intelligence of like a 7 or 8-year-old, I think. Like they're, whoa, look at that. That's funny because I saw this card too when I was shuffling. 6 of Swords. Someone is moving away to better times, better foundation, better environment, a better home maybe. 5 of Cups. Oh no, that's not fun. So let's see. Oh my goodness, these are popping out. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. These are jumping out. 4 of Pentacles. Well, this energy seems very sad to me now. I mean, the 6 of Swords, the card generally talks about, you know, just picking things up and moving on, moving to better shores. And I always like to point out that I always find this card interesting because usually it's depicted by somebody in a boat with, you know, a family, and they're off on the seas, and you can see in the background that there's like a pretty castle in the background, so they're going to better things. But the fact that the swords are in the boat makes me feel like this might have been an abrupt breakup uh, when it's coupled here with the Five of Cups. Maybe somebody needed a break. Somebody needed a break to find balance, and they maybe were selfish about it. You know, the Four of Pentacles is, it doesn't need to be negative. You know, when you think of the Four of Pentacles, it could be that it could be protective, you know, that they're protective of the connection. But if we're talking about your person having walked away from the connection, there's sadness there. There's loss, there's mourning, and a desire to seek balance again. So the Two of Pentacles, it's interesting that there's two, like a pair of ravens over there, flying together, circling. Okay, let's get more information. Tell me more, please, about Pilot Choose Connection. Okay, so that's good. So there's been an epiphany here. With the Ace of Swords, there's been some kind of a new understanding about this situation, some type of an enlightenment around why they wanted to leave in the first place. Tell us more about the Five of Cups, please. Wow, the Six of Wands. Why the Six of Wands, though? Tell me more about that. Why? Six of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so the Five of Cups. Okay, so the moving away from the connection did bring about mourning. When we're talking about, like, to clarify the Five of Cups, we got the Six of Wands, which the Six of Wands is all about, you know, having victory, being triumphant after going through a hard period of your life. And I'm like, well, why so dark and light? That's a contrast to me. And the Page of Pentacles. So there's been some kind of, maybe some advice that a friend has given to your person, or maybe you guys have had a conversation where there's been a realization of a new opportunity that to make this connection work. So that bridges or is the reason why we are going from the morning energy, dark, gloomy, sad, not sleeping, to triumphant, because there's been someone that has been there, maybe a new person, maybe your person has found like a new confidant to talk things over with. Whoa, the Devil. So when we talk about, you know, needing to seek balance, to me, the Devil, okay, the Devil card, you know, it's a major arcana card, but it is a card that speaks to all of the negative things about our human nature. You know, everything from obsession to addictions to just, it could be addiction to money, it could be anything. But it could also be just like poor character, like just untrustworthy, just not being 100%, not being 100% honest, not being 100% authentic and real, you know, like if this person was afraid of how vulnerable they felt because of their attraction to you, they should have just said that instead of, for example, acting like they don't like you, or acting cocky, like they don't need you. This card doesn't feel, sometimes I look at the Devil card and I feel the sexual attraction in in this situation, but this is not, does not feel sexual. It feels like they needed to seek balance because they saw some shit or some stuff, you know, about their character was made known to them. So it's like, oh, if I could fix this shit, get my balance, get my shit together, you know, there might be hope. Yep, Knight of Swords. So it's different energy down here compared to this stagnant energy with the Five of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. With the Knight of Swords, it's rambunctious, fast energy, coming in like a knight. This kind of almost careless, you know, not caring about the consequences of coming to you, just desperate to come to you with the truth, with new knowledge. Tell me more about this situation. Another six. Six of Pentacles. 666 and the Devil. Maybe you're goth. I don't know. Maybe that strikes a chord there. But this is a beautiful card. This is, you know, a card about like soulmates. Like you've known each other for many, many lifetimes. And maybe that's why, because I'm like, why so fast? Like, what is the? It's like this. They go from running away from you to now like, oh fuck, I realized something, and getting that advice or getting that new information or offering that helps them realize that they can, if they just like work on themselves really, and come correct that, and get balance over this negative energy that they had going on. I think they were really insecure. Yeah, like that toxic, insecure, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. I mean, gender is not really a thing in tarot when it comes down to it. So I think that maybe this is just that insecurity, that flighty insecurity where like just the simple thing that you say could throw them off because they're not secure in themselves. That's why he or she needs to seek that balance. That's why we need the pentacles there to ground this connection. And we got more pentacles here with the Six of Pentacles. That's why the decision is made so quickly, because it's the realization that, wait, this is, I can't fumble this. You know, I can't miss out on the best thing that's ever happened to me, all because of being insecure. I mean, many great men fumble the best woman they've ever had in their life because of this. Many men. And it doesn't matter how rich they are or how, you know, charismatic they are. They're insecure. You will lose the best thing that's ever happened to you. Because us women, I don't know. Again, I'm going into gender. Feminine energy can see through this. Look, and we got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So truth is coming. The truth about all of this is going to come to light, and you're going to find out here soon from this person what the hell is going on, and find out the realizations. I'm sorry, pile 2. It got disconnected. Lovely. Anyway, so yes, so we had the King of Swords out in the bottom of the pile. So I really think that truth is coming here. The King of Swords doesn't mess around. The King of Swords comes in with the truth and does not hesitate. But he's mastered his emotions. He's mastered the art of being truthful without cutting someone's head off. Where, you know, this Knight of Swords energy is more like you might get cut in the process, right? But the King of Swords balance, it's more stability, more assuredness about this connection. So let's go ahead and get some message cards for you. All right. Let's see. Messages for pile two's person. That is so funny. I could swear I put this in there, but anyway. All right. Messages for pile two's person. I am sorry for hurting you. We saw that. I'm afraid to contact you. I think it's the nerves. Oh, that was pile one. They had the Eight of Swords. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're afraid to. I think what they're trying to do is make sure they have everything, like their ducks in a row. I don't know. Like, I don't know if major decisions need to be, like, if there's practical things that need to happen in their life for them to come towards you or not. But I don't think they're necessarily, I don't think they're afraid. Let's make love and fall asleep together. Aww. You are my queen. No one has gotten as close as you. Yeah, that's that realization. Soft kisses and smelling your neck. You feel like music to my soul. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, see? This is what I'm talking about. My understanding of love has changed forever because of you. Wow. That's kind of profound. All right, let's get some more. Ten of Cups. Yeah, they see you as their wish fulfillment, in the sense that, not wish fulfillment, but you are a grounded force. You know, they know that you guys can come together and have emotional bliss. You know, have your cups filled. To be completely emotionally satisfied being with someone is it is the thing that most humans chase, you know, to find that, because I always think of 5 and 5, you know, like to make the 10, like everybody's bringing in their part. Like maybe both of your love languages match, you know, acts of service with then acts of, you know, or words of affirmations or something. Let's get a few more. Tell us more, please, Spirit. These got mixed in too. Interesting. Let's take those. Because I could swear I separated that. Oh no, this is, these are from, oh, got you. These are from, that's from pile one. I recognize those messages. All right, let's continue with this one. Okay. Run my fingers through your hair. Will you give me a chance? First date vibes. That's cute. I always think of first date vibes like, you know, mulling over what you're going to wear and making sure that you know, everything is in order, and being nervous about the text message that says, oh, I'm here to get you. I'm outside, or I'm at your door. The door knocks. Oh, all that. Cupid hit me hard. Two of Cups. Oh, see, I love that. And I was saying that with the Ten of Cups, of just the pouring of into one another's cup so that, there isn't ever a deficit. Um, when you have someone that pours into your cup as equally as you pour into theirs, it is the most satisfying feeling in the whole wide world. You really do feel that 10 of cups. So that's cute that the 2 of cups showed up here. All right, let's get a few more from this deck. All right, right off the bat, I know they feel bad about this. Is it over? Can you forgive me? Yeah, goes along with the I'm sorry. I regret my behavior. The devil. Will I see you again? So when I think about the first date vibes too, I think there's a lot of like daydreaming a little bit. I wonder too if they like maybe they stalk your social media. Stalk. Oh my God. Stalk the social media. Your laugh is amazing. Oh yeah. So they daydream about you. There's a lot of daydream. There's a lot of regret, but they've made their decision. Like this is a pretty powerful statement. This one. My understanding of love has changed forever because of you. Like that is a huge. That's the transformative, idea, it seems, out of this whole reading. All right, pile 2. Thank you so much. And I guess until next time, hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, comment. I'm open for personal readings. Like I said in the beginning, I'll put that in the description box. Take care. Bye. All right, pile 3. Let's see what's going on in your connection. This is my newest deck. I like it. I think you should get it too. I have I'll put a list. I usually try to put a list. If you go on one of my other, if I forget, one of my other videos, I'm sure it's on there in the description box, the Amazon list of tarot cards that I have. I think I added this one to it, but let's see. Okay, so let's get a spot check on your connection. What is going on for pile 3? What's going on in this connection, please? Ooh, we're starting off good with the star. See how pretty this deck is? So pretty. Okay. Tell us more. Tell us more, please. There we go. All right. Ooh. Oh, interesting. What happened? Okay, so we have the devil. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. The devil, 4 of air, 4 of swords, and the elder of earth. So elder versus king, they use the word elder, so that's good. I don't know what happened here. What happened with the 4 of swords? So it seems like, I'm wondering if this is a connection that came about unexpectedly, like maybe you both were in connections before this realization of chemistry between you. It feels like with the star and the devil put together that it is like a collision of I thought of that song. Oh my God, this is such a cheesy song. And look it up just for its cheesiness, but Fire and Desire with, oh my God, Rick James and Tina Marie. Oh Lord. Fire, baby. Oh my God, it is such a cheesy song, but it's also a good song. So it's definitely a song you listen to when you've had a few and you're just going to be like sulking in your emotions, right? So I think, that song is all about that having the fire and desire, and but then things not working out either. There was a runner chaser dynamic where somebody, this dynamic scared them away. Somebody went into hiding, because that's what the Four of Swords is about, like sequestering yourself, to be isolated, to then pray. It's like taking a sabbatical, like to pray and to do inner work, but between you and the universe. No cohorting, no group chat, just them by themselves, just isolated. And to gain this perspective, I think there's maturity here that has taken place, because then we're moving from the Four of Air to the Elder of Earth, which this card, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, so it's about, Pentacles, Earth. It's all about grounded, you know, becoming grounded in who you are, where you're from, your priorities in life, the things that make you happy, the kind of life you want to live. It's about being creative. So let's clarify each one, and then we'll get more information about this connection. So clarify the star, please. Tell me more about the star. All right, the Page of Air. Yeah, Page of Swords. It's like unexpected. Unexpected, but curious. Pages are curious. They can be a little mischievous, but they're curious. They want to learn, especially with air as the element. It's all about wanting to learn, being curious. And I think they found interest in you that they didn't expect. I think you ended up, maybe that's it too. It's like on the outside you're the star, but on the inside you ended up being the devil. Like being not in the negative connotation that the devil is for religious people. But what I mean is that you are a lion. You are somebody who is not demure and the damsel in distress. You are a very powerful individual, and that could have scared them for sure. But they're coming back with this mature energy. So let's see what that's all about. Okay, so tell me more about the devil. Okay, the Six of Air. More air energy. So the Six of Air is like they wanted to drop everything and come to you. And I think that is this is the underlined dynamic behind these cards here. Like meeting you, being so unexpected, being drawn to you and curious about you and finding you absolutely fascinating and wanting to learn more about you. And then once they saw this other layer, this other side of you, they wanted to just drop everything. And that scared them, because they probably, if this is their energy, they are probably somebody who's usually very grounded, does not make emotional decisions, probably maybe even stoic. So for you to bring this out in that person they were like, oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, fuck that. I'm going in the other direction. I don't know. I gotta take a sabbatical and figure this out. So you impacted them big time. And I'm wondering if they did the same for you, because starting off with 2 major arcana, that's powerful. Whoa. So that was my bad shuffling. All right, so tell us more, please. Four of Air. Why 4 of Air? Why the 4 of Air for pile 3? And we have the 3 of Water. Yeah, so maybe this person or you both are in connections with other people already, or they're afraid of what other people would think. It's not their nature, or you're not their type. They're afraid of people not taking them seriously about this connection. or maybe even, yeah, because the three of water, typically is it's a beautiful card about coming together with family and rejoicing and having good times. And but when it comes up in a love reading, eh, you know, it's not exactly the it's not exactly the card you want when talking about a monogamous love reading. Well, and it's not doesn't need to be monogamous. I'm just saying usually you're talking about a connection between two people, not a whole group. Um, so, it feels more though like this could be that they are concerned about what their family would think. So, if they've always kind of done the right thing and they've picked the right career and they did all the right things in their lives according to what their family thought that they should have. And then here you come absolutely out of nowhere and you are the key that fits for them. But you are not at all what they would, typically go for, right? You don't fit in their life. If they're living for other people, right? I mean, I think that you fit in there as far as a connection is concerned. Yes, absolutely. And they know it. And that's partly why they were scared. But yeah, so there is a dynamic of them worrying about what others think about this connection, which they should take that time out because we all have our limited time here on this planet, and to not take opportunities solely because of what others will think of you is so sad to me. That makes me sad for that person and for whoever that person is walking away from or the things that that person's walking away from just because of what other people think. I mean, they're not living your life. They're not walking in your shoes. You are, right? I know I'm preaching to the choir to you. You're like, duh, that's why I'm at this damn reading on YouTube today. I hear you. I've been known to listen to tarot readings all the goddamn time. Not all the time, but I do like to listen to readings just because it's nice to get another reader's perspective on cards. Okay, let's see this. Elder of Air. Interesting. Yeah, that truth is going to come out. Yeah, yeah. The King of Air is the King of Swords. But he's not a Knight of Swords. He's not a Page of Swords. He's mature. He has seen the truth. And he's wise enough to articulate the truth in a way that is going to be healing, I think, for both of you. That's interesting. This Four of Air, down here, this white part, it's like the scales, the dead skin off of a snake. So, the Four of Air isn't just... there are a couple cards in tarot like the Hangman and the Hermit. Those other two cards are cards that talk about taking time alone. But what's different about the Four of Air is that the Four of Air, this is like the first time. It feels like that to me anyway. This is the first time this person has had to look at themselves in a different perspective. And through this, they're transforming, right? And that's how it is, right? Like when we're learning and we're growing, it hurts. When you find yourself depressed over a situation, it's because that situation is pushing you through your skin to transform in some kind of way. Transform in the perspective that you have about the situation or about the person. Transform about how you're going to walk in a particular situation. How are you going to approach your job, or how are you going to have a new perspective about being creative, or a new endeavor, or something that causes you to... Yeah, perspective is such a big word because that is the shift. Our reality is just perspective, honestly. So I guess maybe I'm, kind of staying on the subject too long about it. But this is what I'm trying to say is that this is a new thing for your person. You know, before that, I think when we're talking about like the King of Pentacles, like your person feels like they were somebody that just did everything right, always on time, always passed his tests in college, got the right job, got this, got that, without having to do a lot of that, right? If because it's simple. If you life is more simple, I will say, if that's all your goal is to make your parents happy and your family happy. But where it causes conflict is when you start, and this is why some people never ever do this, is do that self-reflection. And like you, pile 3, I feel like we have something in common because you are a catalyst for people. Like, I'm surprised the tower's not here. You were a catalyst for your person's growth. So this could be a soul connection because this isn't just a love connection. You're a catalyst for this person's personal growth and evolution to become this truthful King of Swords energy. What advice do you have for pile 3 about this connection? What advice do you have? That must be so painful, pile 3. I'm so sorry. Because this waiting period is what bothers me. It's essential and needed, but what are you doing while you're waiting? Right? But they get to it though. Their higher self is saying, listen, yes, they're taking this time out, but they get there with the King of Swords. What advice do you have for pile 3, please, Spirit, about this connection? Wow, that's a lot of advice. Okay, just 2 cards, not that much. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands and the Sun. Ooh. This tells me that the advice about this connection is for you to propel forward in your life with zeal and manifest your desires, and do not wait for this transformation in the sense of, don't make this seeking what the truth is pathological for you, right? Continue on being creative, continue on being who you are, loving yourself. That's the path that you need to be on. And with the confidence of knowing, sorry, my dog is snoring, if you hear that in the background, but with the confidence of knowing that, yes, this is something written in the stars. This is the Sun card. This is the best card that you can get in tarot. This connection is a connection that isn't going to go away easily. You have 3 major arcanas here. It is destiny in this, and I also want to preface that by saying too that saying something is destiny does not mean we need to choose it, right? Like, we all have freedom of making decisions in our life, right? If you've come to the point where maybe you've waited too long for this person, like for you, it's become painful. It's become something that's not teaching you anything anymore. Then absolutely continue walking on your path. And if this is destined, this truth here is going to come around the corner. And it might be it might be unexpected when they come and just throw up all that truth about the fact that you were the catalyst, that they embarrassed that they cared about what other people thought of it, about the situation. But they've come to know the truth now and they want to come in hot, and they want to have happiness with you. And whatever that looks like, right? I like this deck because it's not conventional, where the conventional decks have like a masculine and a feminine energy to the cards, like king and queen and all that stuff. But this deck is all women. Unconventional, right? And it could be that that's the case, that this connection isn't conventional and it was hard for them to take that in. But when it's all said and done, they've come to the proper, I see the proper, they've come to the healthier choice of realizing that you're more than just someone that is going to be a hot, a hot flash in the pan of like lust and a few months of love, and then it's over. You're a life partner, however that looks. You guys are meant to be, even if you don't end up being romantic, you guys are meant to be on this path, on this journey together. So let's get some message cards. Okay. Let's see what your person wants to say. What does pile three's person want to say? I want to come out. I now know we are soulmates. Holy shit. Okay, coming in hot. I now know we are soulmates. All right, what else? What does pile three's person want to say for pile three? Wee! Okay, so we got two kings here, right? This card says, you are my queen. Oh, we got a few here. I wish things could be different. I am sorry for hurting you. I mean, come on. This is like so synchronistic. Ugh, can't even talk. But with the King of Swords, he says, I want to be brave and share my heart. Aww. Well, come on down then. What you waiting for? I just dropped one. Sorry. Oh, well, there you go. There's that too. I lust you. You know what? It feels like that lust that is more than a physical body thing. It's a chemistry thing, right? Yeah. Let me make it right. Wow, I think all the apology cards in this deck is what's coming out. Your person feels so bad. My feelings scare me to share. I think they're embarrassed. You know, just embarrassed. Because we're all adults here, you know? Like, and to be an adult and to still care about. And sometimes it's that way because you have tradition and culture and things that can keep you from really living your most authentic life. But they're embarrassed about that, I think. Let's get some more. That's my shuffling. Let's get some more messages for pile three's person. This card this card came out in pile 2 or pile 1. Harness. So this isn't like S&M harness, okay? I was thinking when I wrote this card that it was like those leather kind of strappy deals. They look like gun holsters or something that you wear it over your shirt and it looks kind of hot, kind of sexy. I don't know. Maybe you or this person has that outfit item, but I always have to explain that card, so I don't know if I'll take it out of this deck. Anyway, let's get more messages. Rainy day in bed. Ooh, that's nice. That is the best. I work night shift, and I swear that is the best time to sleep, is when it's rainy outside and cloudy. Okay, a little spiciness here. Sexting. Well, after it, he's going to have to apologize first and make it right. Then maybe some sexting. Dios mío. Okay, play with it. Yes, again, after the apology. Some things, communication has to happen first. I guess sexting is kind of communication, but not the kind that makes things right. Well, I don't know. Maybe could make these right. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Tell us more, please. My heart aches for you. Oh. I don't know. With the amount of apology and these cards, even though they're spicy cards, they speak to the passion, they speak to the chemistry that's there. So just take it as it resonates. Don't take it as literal as the cards are. Oh. I knew it all along. That's probably why they feel fucking terrible. Yeah, they knew right when they met you. Uh-huh. And they kept it to themselves, I think. You mean more to me than you think. You're all I've ever wanted. Wow. Well, I'm telling you, you did something to this person. You were the catalyst to them transforming and growing. I somehow trust you. So there hasn't been much time that's passed or since this connection has started, or the acknowledgement of the connection between you both. But they feel like they know, like it's almost like they, I don't know, like when you meet, have you ever met someone you feel like you know them already? Or it's not a big stretch for you to know them. You could read them. I think that makes me think of what they mean there. I hope you are doing well. So there might be no communication here, but they think about you all the time. I know I was a fool, but I am sorry. Truly sorry. Let's get a couple more. Oop. A couple more for pile 3. Person, what they want to say. Oh, all right. We got a bonus. We'll take them all. All right. I feel the love. So that's not like the shallow, people say, oh yeah, I feel the love, No. This is like there is some kind of fifth dimension, kind of psychic communication that you guys have without, like, somehow I trust you and I feel the love is kind of like you guys can feel what the other is feeling even if you're not in 3D communication. I want to make it right. Oh, I told you. Past life regression. So past life regression is like you're playing out past lives in this life. Interesting. So that the unsaid knowing that you both have about each other, that's where that comes from. And the last one, I don't know how, but you got to my heart. Oh. See? Your person loves you. They just need to get it. They need to get it together. But they're going to come into this King of Swords energy, so hopefully that happens soon. All right, that's it, pile 3. Thank you so much for coming by. And don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the things, hit all the buttons. And I'm open for personal readings too. So there's that. I wish you the best. You have a good day. Bye.